Hey guys, what's up? So I just read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and I normally don't do this, but I really wanted to talk about it. And I'm a big Harry Potter fan, and I've just started my series of Harry Potter reviews as well, and I really wanted to talk about this latest book, which I picked up yesterday. Look at that. It's a pretty cool cover. So this is gonna be like a rant. It's just gonna be me talking about this book and some of the things regarding it, and there's gonna be some spoilers, a lot of spoilers actually. Was the book good? Not really. Did you need the book? No. I feel like if I had gone my entire life, and I said this on Facebook in a small little status, if I had gone my entire life not knowing this book existed, I don't think it would have changed anything. Now, I know you can argue, but if you didn't read it, how would you know you didn't need it? Well, it's because I kind of knew what it was about, plus I'd read the synopsis, which had come out earlier a few months ago for the book, that brief little thing about what it's supposed to be about, and it kind of bugged me, because I didn't want to know about this. It was basically them telling you this plot from the point of view of Harry's son, Albus Severus Potter. It was a decent idea, I guess, a good way to carry the series on by saying, oh, he's the new hero now. But unfortunately, as I was reading it, there was never a point where I thought, I'm invested in this as much as I was with the Harry Potter books. Because I understand this was not written by J.K. Rowling. This was a story developed by her. It was written by Jack Thorne and John Tiffany. And I understand that it was conceived that way. But some part of me finds it hard to believe that even J.K. Rowling could come up with this. Like, did you really need this story? The story is about Albus Severus Potter, and he's in Slytherin house. So that answers that mystery, I guess. So we know which house he turns up in. Remember how Deathly Hallows ended with that note where it was like, oh, I don't care what house you go into, because you're named after a Gryffindor and a Slytherin person. So either way, you will do well in it. Well, as it turns out, he goes to Slytherin and he hates it. Things aren't good for him. And his best friend is Scorpius Malfoy, who's Draco Malfoy's son. And the way he was conceived, it's a very convoluted thing they bring up regarding time travel, regarding Malfoy's wife, and that Scorpius was born in this... I don't know. I really don't know. And the point is, people think of him as Voldemort's son, which he's not. But anyway, so the book ended with the 19 years later thing. This one skims past like 3 years right off the bat, and it's like Harry is now working in the Ministry of Magic, and Hermione is the Minister for Magic, and Ron heads the Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. And I get... Do I need this? I'm actually still thinking about it at that time when I was reading this. Like, did I need this at all? The plot hasn't set in yet. The plot is that basically Harry has apprehended a man named Theodore Nott, who had a time turner, the last time turner apparently, and it was put into storage. And what has happened is that there are these vivid dreams which Harry is beginning to having, something about a dark new thing on the rise. Somebody might be coming back. Voldemort. And Albus is suddenly looking at his father, and he's lived under the reputation that Harry Potter was this great person, and it's bothering him, and he takes it up with Harry, and Harry is a complete dick to this kid. I'm sorry. They make Harry a complete asshole in this book. And finally Albus is like, you know what? My dad's done mistakes, and he sees Harry telling Amos Diggory off, and he's like, oh, you let Cedric die. Well, I need to do something about that. And he takes Scorpius, and they go on this wonky, convoluted as hell time travel adventure, which sucks. I wasn't interested in it at all. And this is from the same creative team behind Harry Potter. I really don't know how they did this. I really don't, because I find it kind of hard to believe that they would go here after the last 7 books. Um, if you wanted to do a prequel, which you are doing with Fantastic Beasts in November, that's okay. There's a story to tell there, I'm assuming, because you have to explore more of the Wizarding World, which is good. That I like, because I'm glad we're going outside just the confines of the Hogwarts castle, and we're actually going beyond that. We are actually looking at other parts of the world. We're looking at New York. I am pumped for that movie, because I want to see more of this world in other parts of the world, not just centered in the United Kingdom. But that is a different thing. That I'm excited for. I don't want to see a continuation of a movie or book series, actually. I don't want to see a continuation of a book series which basically takes a completely new story and makes a completely new ending to its original saga. Because now I'm going to have to look at Cursed Child as the ending of the series and not the Deathly Hallows, because this book literally begins where Deathly Hallows ends. It literally begins as the train is leaving and the kids are on the train. And it literally begins with Harry's last line, that I'm fine, and, the scar hasn't bothered me for like 19 years. And they make most of these characters really unlikable all of a sudden. Hermione is not very likable in this. Ron is really not likable in this. And they make Draco Malfoy completely skewer it. It's like, oh, he was on the path to redemption or something like that in the end of Deathly Hallows, and it turns out he's still a complete ass. He's still that bratty kid who was in Hogwarts. And the two things about this book, though, I should probably discuss, is that one, it creates this surrounding with the two main characters who are Albus and Scorpius, and it creates this atmosphere where they're both best friends, and they try to keep it on the down low at parts of the play, that Albus and Scorpius might have more feelings for each other aside from the fact that they're best friends. I get you want to pander to a certain crowd with that, but do you realize what you're doing? Because there's a difference between pandering to that crowd and then just straight up saying, oh, gay. I would suggest keep it subtle. I have no problem with you making Albus Severus Potter gay or Scorpius Malfoy gay. I don't have any problems with that. But not so much in your face that it just becomes nauseating after a while. It's like, okay, we get it. And this has nothing to do with gay people or lesbian people or bisexual people or transgender people. Even two normal people, man and woman. If I bring a man and a woman together and I say, hey, believe in their relationship, see, something's there, you probably get annoyed. It'd be like, alright, we get it. There's something going on. For any romance thing, you need a little subtlety, and the thing is, this has no subtlety whatsoever. You can clearly tell what they're trying to imply. In fact, there are so many dialogues where Albus literally implies it. So guys, here's the thing. You've probably already bought the book. Book's already made its millions, and you can probably dislike this all you want, saying that, oh, you are a terrible person for not liking the book. I'm not saying the book's bad, I'm just saying it's not that good, and it was very disappointing, and I wanted something better out of it, and I don't like the story they went with. They could have done something better. Also, there's the whole plot about this whole bringing back Cedric Diggory thing. Why? And they're bringing back a lot of favorite characters as well. They bring back Snape, they bring back Umbridge, as the whole time travel convolence thing is going on. Now they have Harry Potter dead in one world and Voldemort is the ruler, like for Voldemort and Valor, the kids say now, as their big motto. And Scorpius Malfoy is a Quidditch expert. It's really strange. They go back into these weird timelines where alternate realities exist, and they're really... I'm sorry. You did not need this. You really didn't need this. Guys, if you've read Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, let me know. Post your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. I didn't usually do stuff like book reviews, but I really needed to talk about this one. It's decently written in parts. It has a couple of really cool concepts, but as a whole, I didn't need this. I was really disappointed by it. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.